Okay, so apparently my video don't work for like 2 minutes or something. So I've got on the bus. I'm headed to DWS. I'm from the country. There's they sent me to the city. I usually have my own vehicle and my own means to get around, but the center won't let us have our own vehicles, so I have to walk or ride the bus. So when you get off center, you get to go look for a job. You finally get to, do a work search. So I done that after the first 2 weeks. My mom put me a phone on her account, so I was lucky in that aspect. They give free Obama phones, but this time of the year, everybody's out of funding. So I was fortunate enough to have my mom help me out.
There's a little memorial section where they have all the firefighters. It's a memorial section, including
a lot going on in here.
Little house.
So I went to filled out a LinkedIn app. It's a little overwhelming trying to fill out all your, not having any electronic devices, for 3 years and trying to get out and get all that set up. That was really frustrating at spurts. And I'm kind of tech savvy as far as phones go or whatever, but after 3 years, it's like a lot really overwhelming just to fill out. Just to set up my phone, start a new email and all that. So it took me a couple guys. I was frustrated and I stopped a couple times where I got it set up. I set up voicemail, forgot the password already. Luckily I got an app that lets me just click on it and it'll read my voicemail. Looks like this one's going to let me go past 2 minutes.
And then it goes back.
So I filled out LinkedIn apps and tried doing a GoFundMe account. You have to have a social media presence in order to do that. And I'm avoiding Facebook just because of trying to get past my history. I'm trying to make a new start, and I think that maybe that's one way to do it. I'm not trying to hear anything negative from anybody. You guys getting off? No. So I'm gonna try this YouTube stuff instead. And but anyway, filling out all that stuff, I put in for some applications for loader operator and forklift operator, and but I ended up getting in touch with the guy that I was in prison with, and he went to the same program I'm at. He went and got a job at a place just around the corner from the center. So I called him, and he said they'll be starting up a new line, so he'd let me know when they start hiring. Well, he called me a week later, talked to the boss, gave him... Yeah, go ahead.
Excuse me, sir.
But so then he called me, said he talked to the boss just to go in and talk to him. So I did that. So I went and talked to the boss first thing next morning, and he told me to come back on Tuesday. On Tuesday, this is my YouTube video. Here's a fucking county boy. Whoops, scratch the F word. But then I'm going to DWS. Right up, this one up here on the left. So I got hired on there. I went in there, did the not the orientation, but the interview. He's seen that I had welding experience, so he said, "You want to take the welding test?" I went and took the welding test. Got the job. I didn't have an ID. I had to go get an ID before I could start. You have to transfer your funds off of your account. My mom sent me a little money, and so while she sent me that money, I used that to get my ID, but she sent it to the prison account. In the prison, you have to go in, you have to make a meeting to see your case manager. Your case manager will then fill out a money transfer with you, transfer it onto your card, and you go on. So you got to wait for the money to hit your card. They give you a rapid card. I took my rapid card to the DI, or not the DI, the driver's license place, and got there and found out, well, I stopped at the Maverick or whatever to buy an energy drink, and I didn't have funds on there to buy it. So I called my PO, and he'd made a mistake. The money didn't get transferred, so that, luckily I had a voucher for a free ID. I was gonna go get my driver's license just renewed, but that was $52, and I didn't have the money, so I just got the ID. I'll have to go back, get my driver's license. Yeah, it's all that's just one of the things that happens. Nothing happens overnight. Everybody gets out of prison, big dreams, gonna get rich, but that ain't how it works. You gotta go through the process. And I'm gonna catch this light. I hate stopping at lights. So, you know, like I said, you got to ride the bus or walk to get everywhere, so that's a pain in the butt. But anyway, so I got the job. Now, so then I got to go to. I didn't have my ID, so I couldn't work that week, and then they took 2 weeks off for Christmas and New Year's. I start on January 2nd, but he gave me a list of stuff I need. You know, obviously I need a welding hood and some FR pants and you know, just all the work gear, steel toe boots. And so I go to DWS, and they send me to, they told me they can't fund me, that I'm supposed to go to this place called OCAP, or the Salvation Army. So go to the Salvation Army, or I called OCAP. They don't have no funding, so that one's checked off. Salvation Army's not going to have a welding hood, or, you know, fire retardant pants or clothing. So I went back to the DWS the next day, and I talked to the case manager there that comes to the center, and we looked online, done some shopping online a little bit there, got some prices, and then we put in for $250. She had to run it through her supervisor. Her supervisor was in a meeting. You only get out 4 hours a day from the Center for Work Search. So I had to go back the next day, and I was approved for $220. They give me a EBT card. I go take that EBT card to Walmart, buy some boots, you know, the cheapest stuff I can get for now until I get a paycheck or whatever. And so I got me some steel toe boots, some insoles, and a backpack. You got to have a backpack. But then you can withdraw the $100 back off there, and then I went to Harbor Freight, got me a $40 welding helmet, and so I got set. Then I had some FR clothing from my previous job, so I just had to get a hold of my mom, and she sent me that stuff in the mail. So I start work on February 2nd, and with that being said, my fingers are numb. I'm gonna wander in here into the store, get me a Red Bull or something. So I'll get back with you after my next appointment. This is Mushmilling.